There's a kind of social misstep that doesn't come from arrogance or hostility, but from kindness taken too far. It's the phenomenon of people who are too friendly, the ones who try so hard to please that they end up doing the opposite. These are the people who greet you with oversized enthusiasm at work, who laugh too loudly at the manager's jokes, who compliment every thought you share on a first date, who insist that everything you say is brilliant and everything you own is wonderful. Their intentions are kind, yet the effect is strangely suffocating. Over-friendliness may appear harmless, but it's one of the most quietly irritating behaviors we encounter. And understanding why reveals something deeper about human nature. Real comfort comes not from relentless positivity, but from honesty, depth, and emotional understanding. The first major problem with the over-friendly person is their compulsive agreement. Whatever you say, optimistic, pessimistic, wise, or foolish, they'll nod enthusiastically. If you complain that the world is falling apart, they agree instantly. If a moment later you claim technology is about to save humanity, they'll support that too. It feels like attention, but it's actually a form of not listening. True conversation involves friction, nuance, and perspective. When someone agrees with everything, it becomes obvious they're operating from fear, not sincerity. We don't want constant validation. We want real engagement. Sometimes, the most respectful thing someone can offer is genuine disagreement. Just a quick reminder. If you like learning new things, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you enjoy this content. The second issue is the over-friendly person's tendency to give endless but misdirected praise. They'll compliment your umbrella, your cutlery grip, your chair, your jacket, your bank card, anything within reach. But none of these touch the parts of you that matter. Everyone likes praise, but only when it aligns with what we're truly proud of. Compliments matter only when they're genuine and truly relevant. Excessive praise feels hollow, even insulting, because it suggests the person hasn't taken the time to understand us. Thoughtful appreciation is powerful, random flattery is noise. The third flaw of the overly friendly is their relentless cheerfulness. They point out how good you look, how impressive your job sounds, how wonderful your life must be. They want to lift your spirits, but they make it hard to reveal any sadness or insecurity. Their optimism creates pressure to appear fine, even when you're not. But real connection grows out of shared vulnerability, not forced positivity. What we long for isn't someone who insists we're okay, it's someone who understands why we might not be. In contrast, genuinely pleasing people, the ones who make us feel naturally at ease, understand three essential truths. First, disagreement isn't hostile. When respectful, it can be energizing and intellectually satisfying. A thoughtful contradiction shows that someone is truly listening. Second, praise should be selective. It has impact only when it's anchored in what we personally value. The best compliments are rare, sincere, and precise. Third, real warmth comes from empathy. Someone who sees our struggles and quietly communicates, "I understand." That kind of recognition provides comfort no amount of upbeat chatter can offer. What makes truly likable people charming is their ability to stay rooted in themselves. They don't erase their personality or preferences just to fit in. Instead, they use their own experience, what they fear, hope, enjoy, and regret, to understand others. They assume people aren't fundamentally alien. If something moves them, it probably moves others too. This confidence in shared humanity becomes a unique social strength. Over-friendliness, however, grows from the opposite mindset, a kind of excessive modesty. Over-friendly people think their own feelings and preferences are irrelevant or inadequate. They suppress their personality entirely, believing that their authentic self isn't good enough to be accepted. Their friendliness is really a form of fear. Fear of rejection, fear of being disliked, fear of taking up space. And this issue extends beyond personal interactions. It's baked into modern consumer culture. Airlines wishing you a perfect day when you're exhausted, hotel staff delivering scripted warmth, salespeople insisting they hope your shopping experience is absolutely incredible. All of this is corporate over-friendliness. These interactions feel artificial because they ignore the emotional complexity of real people. Businesses behave as if customers are always cheerful, upbeat, and eager, when in reality, people walk into planes, hotels, and shops carrying loneliness, exhaustion, anxiety, or stress. Companies forget that their clients are human, not cheerful robots in need of generic, exaggerated warmth. In the end, the core issue with over-friendly people isn't manipulation or insincerity. It's a touching lack of confidence. They don't trust that their authentic experiences are relevant enough to help them connect with others. They underestimate the universal nature of human feelings. But the great irony is that genuine charm begins when we stop trying so hard to charm. Real connection does not come from pleasing everyone. It comes from being willing to displease someone by being honest. To succeed socially, we must first accept the risk of failure. Only when we know we can survive rejection do we become capable of forming real bonds. Behaving authentically, saying what we honestly think, offering real compliments, or respectfully disagreeing might feel dangerous, but it is the very foundation of meaningful relationships. We must be willing to risk not making friends in order to have any chance of making real ones. True human connection doesn't require exaggerated friendliness. It requires honesty, understanding, and the courage to show up as we truly are. If you found this video meaningful and interesting, drop a comment below and share your experience. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might find this content useful. And as always, thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.